Hello, I'm Sean, or as my name tag says, I'm Day 9. Welcome to my room, and to this vlog about the Magic the Gathering color pie. Because I'm hosting a show upcoming on Geek and Sundry called Spellslingers, where I play Magic the Gathering with my friends. And I figured that there needed to be some sort of introductory vlog to one of the core, and in my eyes, one of the key, most awesome concepts of Magic the Gathering, the color pie. There's 5 colors in the game: red, green, black, white, blue. And each of them has different strengths and weaknesses and sort of what they mean. So here's what we're going to do. Check it out. First, I'm going to tell you what the color means, how it plays. I'm going to tell you what it actually means. All right, do you understand? Because when you step in and you play a game, it's not just about the rules, it's about who you are when you play. And it's important that your identity lines up. So you know what, let's pick a color at random here. Let's start with green. Green is about nature and growth and instinct. And when you play them, you get huge dudes. You get the big green men. You get big creatures, and you have spells that make your creatures bigger. If you liked Clifford as a kid, you're going to love green. Okay? Let me explain to you the way green actually works. You know that the villain's henchman who dies right before the climax because he does something stupid like pulls out a rocket launcher while they're fighting in a bathroom and blows himself up? That's what you are when you play green. You're that guy, but you're pretty accurate with a rocket launcher. Like when you play, you're like, all right, turn 3. I'm going to play an enormous creature for turn 3. And then they kill it. And you're like, oh, all right, I'm going to play a bigger creature on turn 4. And they just kill that. And you're like, oh. In turn 5, you play the biggest creature in your hand, and then they don't kill it. Yes, all right, we're in business. It's like the kid who keeps studying like for the wrong chapters in the chemistry test. And works really, really hard, and he shows up, and he's like, oh my god, this isn't what I studied. But he knows something else like really well, and when he gets to the final exam, though, he nails it. That's what you're trying to do when you get green, right? Sometimes it falls apart, but don't worry because the big green men keep getting bigger. All right, white. What's white about? White is the color of equality and civilization and peace. You heal your dudes and disable his, and you're a lot about damage prevention. You tend to have lots of small creatures, get some sweet flyers, some angels that do all sorts of crazy shit. Yeah. I like white. I'm cool with white. Because white, to me, white, like if you played the Zerg in StarCraft 1, and I'm not talking Zerg Rush, I'm talking like macro style true Zerg, where you have like 50 bases around the map and you're assaulting on the ground, you get the Mutalisks in the air, those are your angels, man. It's my man. That's what I'm talking about. White's pretty fun, has a lot of cool utility, but you gotta make sure you're playing true Swarm style. Otherwise, you shall get no respect. And of course, on that topic, Felicia Day hates you if you play white. That's very important. And, you know, I also want to note that they're not necessarily about goodness. It's not like good and the black color isn't evil, even though, you know, there's angels and vampires and that sort of thing. See, white, they make a huge deal. Wizards of the Coast, but like, no, it's not. It's not necessarily about that. So, you know, if you're worried that you're just going to sort of damage like your nerd credentials by being too good, maybe you don't play that alignment in Dungeons and Dragons, don't worry. Just say that it's about equality. And then you're golden. Alright, cool. It's about covering your bases. So red. Red is the color of like emotion and passion and chaos. And if you're red, you blow shit up. You have lots of fireballs and lightning bolts and creatures that pop out that have no life and deal tons of damage that can attack the turn you play them. Now, what red's really about is people who play red are people who love games but don't like making any decisions. Pretty frank discussion, aren't we having, red players? There's a type of deck called mono red, which is essentially an elaborate coin flip, where what you do is you try to kill them by turn 4 or 5, and then if you don't, you go, ugh. That random number generator. A lot of red decks peter out if you get too far into the game. Now, if you incorporate some red into your deck, I dig it. You're going to blow up a few things, you're tactical. But if you only have red in your deck, then all you're trying to do is win fast. And again, it's an elaborate coin. And when you're playing against a red deck, you have this feeling of, well, if it lands tails, it lands tails. And I'll just try not to play against a red guy in the next round. Cool. Let's move on to black. Black is the color of power and self-indulgence. And it's not evil. Okay? It's amorality. Yeah. It has a lot of kill the other creature. You can like do little spot removals of things. It weakens them. It makes the other guy discard cards. I love playing black. They have like zombies and vampires and cool shit. Now here's what black is actually about. Here's what you are if you play black, right? You're like the guy in the Dungeons and Dragons campaign who knows when to role play and when to just stop role playing, all right? That perfect balance, that cool, suave badass who seems to be able, like all the utility and the variety, right? Like, it's not that you're super into zombies and werewolves and vampires. It could be whatever. You're trying to win, right? You're a serious player if you're playing black. But you're not going to disregard the fact that it's cool, are you? No, you're not. You know, like, there's those kind of people who wear all black because they haven't established their fashion sense yet, right? They just sort of wear black pants and a black shirt, and maybe it has like a logo on it, but you still have an undecided fashion sense with a logo. That's what you are. But then there's the person who dresses clean in black. You know what I'm saying? Who's in all black, and you're like, damn, that guy looks fine. He's out on the town, and he downed a lot of money to look that good. It's like Coco Chanel plays black because of the little black dress, right? If you caught that reference, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. But seriously, I was watching Project Runway, and that's a really good show. But the point is, black is suave and fashionable and cool. Blue. Blue's the color of knowledge and opportunity and possibility, and you draw all the cards, and you counter the spells, you like flyers, and I hate you. I don't like playing against blue decks. I don't like playing against blue decks. Here's what blue really is. Have you ever been in like a computer science class? And there's like a kid who sits at the front row like every day. He shows up like an hour early. There's like another class in session when he shows up. He doesn't care. He goes to the front of that one, so that way he can definitely be at the front of your class. And all he does is think of exceptions. The teacher will say, and now we're going to explore this algorithm that will sort a list of integers. And the kid says, oh, what if it's a list of lists? That kid plays blue, all right? If you play blue, you're the sort of person who gets excited because you feel like you're breaking the rules, even though you're totally not breaking the rules. Oh, I drew some more cards. Oh, did you play a creature counter spell? Did you try to buff your other creature? Well, return it to your hand. I guess the buff goes in the graveyard, doesn't it? I don't even remove anything, but things are dying. I love being blue. Like, the guy who plays blue is the guy who winds up with, like, Mediterranean, Baltic, and Monopoly. And it's not a good play, but you just keep happening to hit it when you pass go. And he's like, give me your go money. And after a while, he actually bankrupts you, that slumlord. That guy. That is what it's like to play blue. So yeah, it's very sort of tactical, tricky way to play. It's hard I play a lot of green and black, and it's hard for me to use my removal spells if you don't have any creatures. So you're just bouncing mine. But it's a very strong way to play if you like to have a lot of interesting decisions. And like games to go on long, if you like drawing cards. Blue's for you. So I hope to see you on the upcoming Spellslingers show. And I hope you have a good day, and I hope your next bowl of cereal is very good and doesn't get too soggy. I hope it stays crunchy. Suddenly I realize I don't have an outro. But that's fine. Good things don't come to an end. Good things just stop.